You how to make one of your own custom Red Hulk action figurines. Well, not so much custom, but homemade, basically. Alright, one of the first things you're going to need is a new Marvel Legends King Hulk action figure. Then, once you have that, what you're going to want to do is extract the torso by prying apart just the upper torso. Here, I'll show you. Like that. You pry apart the lower torso from the upper torso and the arms. I did some pre-cuts to save time. And here, if you can see that, I cut off that little crest over his shoulder, and I cut off all the little spiky things, those spikes on the side of his armor-plated arm. Then once that's done, as you can see, there's a huge opening at the top of the neck, or shoulders, or however you wish to address it as. I did some cutting. You know, you can use whatever method if you have the tools necessary. Just I use a kitchen knife, so I had to use a kitchen knife and a lot of prying. So that's basically how I did it. So since I did it already, it's kind of going to be a problem to actually explain it now at this point. So if you're actually apt to try this, I'm sure you have the tools to do so easily. Well, at least easier than I could. So the next thing you're going to need is this Spiral, the new Spiral action figure from the Red Hulk line. Just Spiral. Nobody else. Spiral alone. For the fact that she comes with Red Hulk's head. You see, I never really sculpt the heads, because a lot of Marvel characters have very unique heads. You know, Hulk can be generalized, as you've seen. He's just a big green guy who's muscular with a certain shape to him. You know, well, he can be generalized, as you've seen. You know, we've had Hulks that look like Shrek, all the way to Hulks that look like zombies. So, you know, it's just basically the correct look is, you know, is actually very defined, but you get my point. He's a very generalized figure since he's very popular and so forth. The Red Hulk, however, is very different in facial features to that, differ greatly in facial features to that of the Green Hulk. As you can see, it's not something that's within my ability to sculpt. He's very unique. He has beady, orange, yellow eyes, red skin. His face, his features, smoky, wavy hair, it's just unique. You know, it's just not something I can really sculpt. There may be someone who can, but so I just buy the figure. Now what you're going to want to do is, of course, the obvious, place the head between the shoulder, the gap. Alright, we're almost there. Now, of course, we're going to need to epoxy that in. So you get, if you have plumber's epoxy, mold it up and then place it in the crevice. Make sure you don't mess up the face, and this is how it should look. There we go. On his shoulders. Now that the top portion of his body is complete, we can move on to the next.